All righty. Greetings and heaven high, everyone. I am live just as promised on Friday. And today we are going to be talking about a specific spirit animal that has been making itself very present and known, and also getting into a little crystal healing as well. But as we allow people to join the broadcast today, I'm going to go through a couple of announcements, very similar to the ones that I have posted about earlier. So, again, we are having the Welcome Community event over in Smithfield, Ohio, hosted by Luna Blue. We are super excited next weekend for all of these amazing people to come forward and really share information about healing, about the spring, about growing, okay? About growing seeds, literal seeds, okay? And metaphorical seeds as well. So please come out and join us for the spring equinox and full moon event that's going on out there. It's going to be a great time. A lot of people that I collaborate with and so deeply respect and love are going to be there. And so to see members of the community there is going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. Also, I am still teaching the yoga classes at 9 a.m. on the next 3 Mondays over at Empowered Wellness, which is in Steubenville. And I'll also be teaching, pardon me, on Thursday, the 31st. All right. And that's going to be at 7 p.m. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. There should be some information in this video, in this live broadcast, letting you know exactly what's going on and some links to anything that's going on as well. For those of you that are joining, thank you so much for being here. If you're on my YouTube page, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so that way you can continue to be updated on all of the awesome things that are going on. But let's get into the message now. So, have you been feeling lost lately? Well, the spirit of the spirit of Fox is here to help. So Fox has really been coming up and around lately, and the Fox is really known to be sneaky and quite the trickster. But the spirit of Fox really comes forward as an opportunity for us to pay extra attention to the situations in our lives that might be tricking you, that might be a little deceptive. And so the message of Fox truly is discernment, which is one of the spiritual gifts that all of us have. And it's defined as the ability to judge well. So, for all of you foxy people out there, be mindful of what's going on in your reality. Okay. There might be a situation that is distracting you or keeping you away from your goals, your future, your happiness, and your peace. And ultimately, your knowing. Fox teaches us to work smarter, not harder. And this is why Fox is associated with wit, right? So using our quick wit and our extra senses, maybe even our intuition and clairs, help us and assist us through moving through these situations. In shadowy behavior, of course, as many of us know, the fox can be associated with trickery and manipulations. So it brings us to a message of really paying attention to any shady deals that might be going on in your reality right now. Thinking about the color of fox, it has all of these, the red fox specifically, because they do come in many colors. The red fox specifically comes in this hue of red and orange, which really connects us to those lower chakras, right? So it invites us to get deeper into our body and potentially into our sensuality. And like its prey, the fox comes during the springtime to really invite this foxy energy, this sensual energy, to create abundance, like multiplying like rabbits. Ultimately, as we follow the natural cycles of spring, right? As we're following these cycles of spring, it is our time to wake up. It is our time for creative energy to spring up through our consciousness. And it's time to plant the seeds, everyone. And it is through the sacral chakra and the base chakra, but specifically the sacral, that we begin to access those deep levels of creativity so that we can begin to imagine and create. Right? The womb is the space of creation. Create the abundance and the goals that we are going to be setting up for the year. Because although January 1st is the new year, if we watch the cycles of nature, it is actually the spring equinox that allows us to really step into the new year. So the spring equinox is actually the new year. Okay. So with that being said, I found it super interesting that a couple of crystals that wanted to come out. The first one is pearl, and the second one is black tourmaline. Now, not coincidentally enough, right? Both of these are crystals that can be used for protection. Because if we are talking about this trickster energy that might be around us, whether we ourselves are the tricksters or there are tricksters around us, it is important and vital for us to make sure that we are protected. So inviting these things of protection, these concepts of protection into our lives is an awesome opportunity. Now, anything that has the color black, so like obsidian as well, are going to be great stones for protection. Now, as we are on the topic of protection, let's talk about why it is super important for us to be mindful of where and how we are sharing our dreams, our goals, our aspirations. Because what you will find is that sometimes we live in a world where we believe that there isn't a lot of stuff out here for all of us. It is what I refer to as lack mentality, the mentality of lack, right? I don't have enough. I'm not enough. And what that mentality can really do is begin to spark up competition and greed. When the reality is, we see Mother Earth continuously providing us with new, right? New food all of the time, especially during this time. So we want to be aware of oversharing the things that we are going to be getting into. Okay. And I really believe that that is why Pearl and Black Tourmaline really wanted to pop out at this time, is to expand your awareness in knowing that sometimes people don't have your best interest in mind, and that's okay. That has nothing to do with you. But it is still our responsibility as awakened people, or people that are continuing to grow in our understanding, that we have a responsibility to ourselves to protect ourselves energetically, mentally, spiritually, physically, doing things that are going to set us up for success, because ultimately we deserve it. We are worth it. And we don't have to be afraid to set a few things in place to ensure that we continue to move forward in our journey, no matter what wheel we decide to pick on those bubbles of life, that wheel of life. So, with all of that being said, there are so many great things that are about to happen for all of us energetically as we move towards the spring equinox, okay? As we have discussed at the beginning of the week, be mindful of your thoughts. There was another beautiful message that came in today. Just a simple reminder that you have the choice to identify with certain thoughts or not. Thoughts can be those clouds that are passing in the sky. They can be the cars that are passing in the road. They can be whatever you want them to be. It's your choice. And that is the message that wants to come through today. Is that maybe today you woke up and thought, I'm sad, I'm bored, I'm upset. But that could simply just be an electrical impulse going off in the mind, and that you have the choice to say, yes, that is what I am, or no, I am peace, I am abundance. And also really not falling too far into toxic positivity, but also moving towards self-acceptance as well. Because sometimes these thoughts and these emotions, more specifically emotions are really going to give us a gauge of where we are at any given moment. The emotions are going to be an opportunity for us to move through something that maybe has been stored in the body. Maybe that is still a bag that we are carrying from our past into our present moment. And that bag is not going to be able to move forward with us into the future because of the goals that you're setting up for yourself here. Okay. So being real about how you feel, maybe putting it out there in word, I think I'm feeling sad. And then allowing yourself to choose if you want to gain the momentum of that or whether maybe you want to move in a different direction. And I'm not saying it's easy, okay? We can really get used to and feed off of the emotions that we feel on a regular basis. We can build a vortex of energy around us that absolutely aligns with whatever feeling that we might be feeling in that moment. But I am here as your friend, as your sister, as your shaman to remind you that you are writing the story. Your life is your story. You are the director, you are the actor, you are the vibe. And so please remember that as you move forward, that it's okay to cut the scene, to end scene, and to move forward, moving in a direction that feels more accurate for you. If you haven't already, please know that I do have a 5-day challenge, which is awesome mini program, master program that allows you to figure out how to set up for this. I launched it for the new year. And since I naturally love to go with nature, that which I am, I'm going to offer this again. So there will be a link in the description, possibly in the comments, look out for it, for the free 5-day challenge, which is going to help us set ourselves up for a successful year by paying attention to the mind and the emotions and having 5 different tools in order to catalyst growth within us, to remove some of the blockages and self-sabotaging techniques that may pop up along the journey, and to really tune in and tap into self-love. So again, wrapping it up, the spirit of Fox is present. Be alive, be aware, use your discernment to some of the tricky behavior that you may be participating in or that may be around you. Tap into the body, feel it starting to wake up with all of our plant allies and friends that are also starting to pop up, spring up out of the ground. Understand the color of fox is really associated with that sacral chakra, which is the hub of creation and creativity. So get into creative mode, get into creation mode, and allow yourself the time and the space to really dream big for this new time, this new cycle that we're getting into. Lastly, make sure that you're doing things that set your mind, body, and spirit up for protection. We're talking about the immune system. We're talking about spiritual protection. We're talking about a lot of things. Overall, be mindful, okay? And use things like pearl or black tourmaline or obsidian to really help draw in and call in a little extra help. There's nothing wrong with adding a little extra help to it all at the end of the day. So I hope that this message resonates. I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all so much for finding this video and joining in. There is nothing but love for you all here. I cannot wait to see those who will be attending the Monday morning classes at 9 a.m. and maybe that Thursday class at 7 p.m. And also hopefully seeing some of you at pardon me, the Welcome Community event over in Smithfield that is hosted by Luna Blue. Peace and love. Bye.